Hey, today we're going to talk about some keys that you can do real quickly that'll make you harder to guard and more explosive off the dribble. One of the key components, we do it several ways, is we make sure that our players engage defensive players. If Colton's guarding me and I allow him to maintain this kind of space, it's much harder for me to beat him. One thing I can do to make myself harder to guard is be a good shooter, which makes him close the distance. But nevertheless, I have to be able to handle the ball in tight to Colton and getting close to his body. That's important, okay? Another thing that's important is my ability to load my feet. Now we talk a lot about your ability to load your feet and maximize your athletic ability. One thing I don't want to do is get in close to Colton and load my feet backwards. There are certain situations where I may want to do that, but if you watch how I load my feet, whenever I'm square and my hips are on the rim, as I load them through the side. If you watch that right there, I actually loaded through the side to get into his hips. Another important key, and really important, is if I don't rear load and I can side load, it allows me to get my shoulders to the defensive player's hips. As I come up to Colton and I get in tight and I understand loading principles, I can easily get my shoulders through Colton's hips. And one of the biggest things is that I can throw an explosive punch through the defensive player, not into the floor. Too often players, as I take contact, attack somebody and put the ball to the floor, which causes them to get bumped off their line. As I attack Colton, I want to punch that basketball through that defensive player's hips, ideally getting the ball 5 or 6 feet through the defense. Let's look at this in game speed. You can see the first thing I do is, one way or the other, is I get in tight to Colton. Second, I load my feet, drop my shoulders, and attack his hips. You can see how that dribble was way past through the defensive player in an explosive manner, punching through.